Howdy. Just wanted to demonstrate my Divine Retribution character before I unassemble him. It was essentially my league starter. What did I start as? Static Strike, and then I transitioned to Divine Retribution as soon as I could afford Apostate. Apostate's pretty important to the build, and then I filled this out quickly and then didn't touch it for the last 8 days. All of the money I've made has gone to my mercenary character, which that character is pretty strong now also. So I've been playing both the characters, but made the vast majority of the money playing Divine Retribution, doing boss farming and stuff. And this is a very cost-efficient character if you're trying to do Ubers and stuff. I did, let's see, 36 challenges, no problem. Divine Retribution kind of clears bad. It's a retaliation skill. People know that retaliation skills kind of clear bad. But, like, it was fine. Like, I got 36 challenges without any real struggle. Divine Retribution's good. This, I'll go over everything real quick. Gear-wise, I guess let's look at PoE Ninja real quick. We'll start here. If you come over here, let's find Gladiator 2% play rate, Divine Retribution 4%, and then I'm here. So there's only 4 of us at level 100. Great. And then I'll put this POB in under the video. But I mean, it's all pretty bad stuff. This is just a Darkseer with 2 life. The corruption is absolutely not necessary. It might even be bad. Energy shield life. That's all you need. You don't need the energy shield recharge rate. You don't need the cold res. You can kind of get your resistances any number of ways. This amulet I bought early. It's literally just crit multi and life. Great. You could do better. I could make a better one. I just am done with the character. Ring. Terrible. It's just crit multi and life again. Don't need the fire res. Chaos res is nice. This ring's got some resistances. Life and crit multi again. Gloves. Has attack speed. I don't need attack speed at all. So just stats. Energy shield and life. Boots. These ones have movement speed. You could get in the game. These ones, I have other boots that do more damage because these have life on them, but you have to give up an affix to have. Sorry, I got interrupted. Like, these boots are awesome, but they don't have movement speed on them. But like, I used these to kill bosses for a long time because they used to have a lot of energy shield and life. And all you really need is energy shield and life, and then the rest of it you can kind of just fill out. Wrathbeth, I didn't bother getting a 4% spell damage one. Again, I just felt like it wasn't necessary. So I got a minimum frenzy charge, which is neat, but also not necessary, and I didn't have to begin with. I was using Arn's Anguish for the vast majority of the time. I was using, or for a large portion, Enduring Composure to get endurance charges that would be converted to brutal charges. Worked pretty good. I used the Nature's Patience for double damage for a while. Worked pretty good. I have some rarity stuff here that I used for a little while. Worked pretty good. Second Wind I was using instead of Sacrifice. I messed around with that quite a bit, but I ended up liking Sacrifice more. I was using Storm Shroud with a Mage Blood for a minute, but then I moved my Mage Blood over to the Merc character. Oh, over here, this is my next character. This is my Void farm stuff, and this is obviously insanely expensive. Like, all that stuff combined with the global defenses and the Mage Blood and all that stuff, I don't know. It's a lot. Cool tech, overloaded intensity with intensify, with the nadir mode and apex mode jewels, wherever those are, nadir mode and apex mode. If you look at the character, I've got 43% crit. We'll look at that again in just a second. That goes to 100%. So you get a 100% chance to crit, so the crit multi is really good. I didn't use this for a long time. I'm using it just because it's fun. It's expensive. Because this gives spell block, endurance charges, crit multi, shock effect, and this new flask lets you shock with your chaos damage, so you actually get big shocks. The only reason I'm using this is because this is for my void character, so I just bought it. Or the mind over matter jewel thing is for the void character that I'm gonna be switching to. But you don't need this. Just take this stuff out, unspec those points, throw them into life. Yeah, just throw them into. You can get life here. You can get life here, another life there. I would just throw them into life and call it a day. I'm just goofing around with it, and it's good, I guess. You could do obviously the life jewel here, the red dream, and get more life, but I kind of messed around with it and I didn't care. Like I decided I thought the 9% more damage from the Watcher's Eye was more damage overall than what the red dream was providing, and I think the other jewels are too important to lose. Unless you're not using this mind over matter stuff, then you should do that red dream thing. But cool, I'll just show it. I farmed a lot of money with this character. Here's original Sid. Farmed from this character some expensive items, and then I funded a whole mercenary character. I have all this stuff to make like a legitimate void farmer, and that was all just playing this build. And the build is good, and you can carry people and whatever. Like right now, I'm just so lazy. Right now, I don't even have max spell block. I don't even have max resistances, and all I would have to do is go do a craft swap on like any one of my resistances to get max. I don't think it matters that much. You'll die occasionally, but you don't die that much. Let's go demonstrate how Divine Retribution works. So it's this. Oh yeah, and then you get the Pact of Badat this time. I have 2 specters that are just kind of whatever specters. I have a dude that I never bothered to finish gearing, like by a Kingmaker and stuff. But essentially, you need to get hit, then you can use your retaliation ability. What's cool about this ability is it hits lots of times. So like I'll cast it one single time and then watch the wither stacks, maximum. So that's at least 15 hits. And that was just with one stack, with no overload intensity or anything stacked up. Almost killed him in one hit. So then, boom, now he's dead. But then you get, so like right now I'm at 57% crit. That will go to 100% if you're fighting like a difficult monster. The problem is the stacking of the overloaded intensity takes a minute, and basically all the normal content stuff is dead before it gets to max. So I don't even, like, it might not be worth using because it's overkill. But it's cool. I mean, you cast once, it hits, I don't know, 15 to 20 times, then you do it again and again and again. You're using stuff like the 20% chance to not consume the cooldown on use, so you can do it twice. This gives you another 50%. So you have 70% chance to like be able to cast again, and then essentially you're just stacking life and converting it to chaos damage. So then here we'll go boom, 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 wait for him to hit us, boom, 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 and then he'll die. And then, but that's without overloaded intensity, no Kingmaker, etc., etc. But like, it's just enough to where you can carry people. It's easy. It's a pretty favorable playstyle. You're playing Dissolution of Flesh, so stuff will kill you. You're not invincible, but you have a pretty big life pool that if you're even like remotely playing, you'll probably survive most situations. Let's do I was carrying lots of like these type of maps, the 100% Delirious tier 17 maps. This one has Reduced Flask, Monsters Suppress, Pen on Me. Let's make it like just for demonstration. Let's see. I don't have max spell block. Fine. I'm gonna take off my rings. I'll just take off my rings. My resistances are effed, right? No chaos res, none of these resistances. Let's go do this map. And we'll just throw in like a bunch of scarabs. And it's not going to be like perfect. Like if I put the Mage Blood on, it would be better. And like I could get ailment immunity and fix my resist and this, that, and the other. But like just for demo purposes, no rings. Like the gear is just could be just it's just not optimized at all. This is a 2 affix amulet, and it's not even that good. Half this stuff is just like whatever. This character is not expensive, outside of obviously the most expensive thing is this might never matter. Let's just take that out too, just for the hell of it. So now I have 2 wasted jewels. I don't think that any of this really does anything. Nothing significant. So yeah, you'll be a little slow running through these maps. Like this is obviously not like groundbreaking movement speed. You're just moving through the map. And you can do like I've gotten through very, very difficult ones of these. It's like 4 times curse ones, or I guess 3, 79% monster life. Like the tree is like, you know, it's got all the map modifier increased difficulty stuff. Open a TP. Like maybe I'll die, maybe I won't, you know. But the guy will die eventually. As you can, if we go into here, see the crit will just keep going up. So you watch the crit. Now we're at 73%. Now we're at 92%. And it should, I believe, go to 100 unless I like. Oh, maybe I might have like screwed up my gearing. 98%, and then you call him and he's dead. Great, and that's with like tons of wasted talent points, no rings, you know, basic, just a +2 life thing, not an upgraded Wrath Pith, and then like some gear. You could buy all this gear for probably 2 div. The potions are fine, just movement speed. Used and reach full, reduced effective shock. This new flask is really cool. It lets you shock. I like it a lot. Probably use it in the future. But I mean, like that wasn't too particularly difficult, right? Like, and then you can call people in to do the 100% Delirious achievement. I've been selling that for 6 div. And like when I actually have the Mage Blood on and I like am running fast and everything's set up, you can just crush through those. Like, let's go see if we can demonstrate. But yeah, I'm gonna unassemble the build. I had a great time. I really like Divine Retribution in general. I like that it's just you cast it once and it hits, you know, 17 times or whatever it is. So then if it doesn't, so if you keep you're basically playing the lottery. It will just keep, every time you cast it, like there's a chance it won't consume the usage. Let's see. So like right there, I could only cast 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 times 17 or whatever. I just hit 60 times, and those you get a 100% chance to crit, and the amount of added flat chaos is very high. So it's just a lot of like generic damage effectiveness. And they nerfed Wrathpith, but they buffed Divine Retribution, and then they added some other neat stuff. So I'd say it's even stronger than last league, and then you could still get 4% increased spell damage instead of 3. But here's the boss. Boom, boom. Cast both curses. Cast the ability. Yay, Uber Cortex is dead. And then that's even before, like, as a chance to stack crit. Like, where are we? We're at 66. Now, let's do it again. Pooh, dead. 90%. So then, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if the overload intensity is even good, because everything is dead before it can even stack up. And then, Dissolution of Flesh isn't particularly good for doing, like, deep delve type of stuff. It has weaknesses. It's good. Like, I like it. It reminds me of playing, like, what was the quiver? Soul Strike on the Occultist back in, like, Legacy League, like a really long time, where it's, you would just avoid combat for 2 seconds and you heal to full. That's basically what Dissolution of Flesh is. So it's like, as soon as you start taking damage, which as soon as you notice you start taking damage, you just move and then you live, like, basically all the time. But then these should die very quickly. Yeah. And And then you're getting shocks. I wonder if we can see the level of shock we're getting on these. 29 right there. But you know, it's like Uber Cortex, and they're all basically that easy. Like it could be any mods. It doesn't matter. It just dies. Oh, and that's without my extra 80 crit multi, and my shock effect, and my brutal charges. I literally didn't have like 80 crit multi, 30% shock effect, and all of my brutal charges for that. And he died basically instantly on like a very small budget. Very small budget. Because it's like you got the Balance of Terror, which has Wither. I did the vulnerability double damage too, so it kind of sucks casting both, but it's fine. But you inflict Wither, great. This is probably like one of the most expensive items in the build, and I think this is like 5 div. Dissolution, I got mine for butt cheap at the beginning. I haven't even looked what these cost now. 6 div, I guess. Don't need that. I'm just going to keep leaving this out for the purposes of the demonstration. Might as well just leave it in so you can see the power. But needless to say, you get near your mode, Apex mode, you get some basic stuff. The apostates are like free at this point. 2 div for a 6 link. I mean, that's holy cow. How much is this? I don't need the area of effect. This is 25C. You don't need the frenzy charge. This is 20C. And then these are like, I guarantee this belt 12C. And yeah, it's like, I think you can put the whole build comfortably together for 20 div. No problem. And then you could upgrade into the 30 div Red Dream here. Maybe you could put Natural Affinity here. You could put Enduring Composure here, because you wouldn't be using Impossible Escape or Elegant Hubris. But yeah, it's good. I guess I'll just do like an Uber Elder and then I'm done. And then I'm going to disassemble the character. And like it's funny because like you can't. I'm gonna sell this stuff off, but it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna sell off for like nothing. So I'm just gonna repurpose the character into a Void Farmer and then do Void maps until he dies, and then I will be done. Mercenary character's cool. I think the mercenary class is like super good. I think for the cost, this is way better than my mercenary character though. I have like Nimbus and like Mageblood and all that stuff on that character, and like this character does. Look how fast I killed both of them. This character's better than the mercenary character, but I feel like the extreme top end of the merc, nah, maybe not even the extreme top end, but the merc class in general is obviously better. But for costs into the build, this build is definitely better than my mercenary build. It's not even close. Let's hope he doesn't. I hate when he does that. You have to wait. But you can see I'm taking damage. You take damage, and then you just move a little bit. Like you can't face tank everything. Like the beam will hurt me. Yeah, it hurt me. Sometimes you have to wait. Like right there, I got hurt a lot, but you just run away. Then it reset, and all your life's back. And then boom, 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 and they go to the next phase. But it's not like full tanky brain dead, but it's tanky enough. Like let's look. Yeah, this is without. I don't even have max res to lightning res, and they do lightning damage in this fight. But I cast Vulnerability to get the double damage, cast Despair to get the Wither and the Despair, and then the Pact of Badat to do the Pact of Badat stuff. So boom, 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 and then we'll cast, and they both died. But 45% increase or shock effect on a Uber Elder on a Chaos spell. I really like this new flask. I think it's underrated as far as I can tell. But let's see, damage, yeah. Boom, 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 cast my 3 curses. Bummer. That's what I get for standing in the beam. I was selling some of these carries at the beginning, but it was pretty boring. I got pretty bored of farming the Ubers like pretty quickly. I did feared rotations for like 2 or 3 days at the beginning, and that was plenty for me. But yeah, degens, as you can see, are very bad for the build. You stand in this thing, you'll just die. So you got to be mindful of that. But it's good if you're even like 2% awake, you had a coffee, and you're like actually playing the game. You don't really die. And then they die, and then you get the loot. And you can do all the Delirious maps, and you can do all the Ubers. Maven's kind of a pain, because if she shuts off your regen, you kind of just have to run around doing nothing for a minute, which is like generically not great, but you can do it. I've done all the Ubers. What's sold? Cool. And then let's identify that thing I just found. Boop. This is terrible. I don't typically identify these. Yeah, this is like 40C at best. But cool, that's the build. You really just need life and energy shield in all your gear. That's it. The multi helps do damage, obviously, but you get life and you get high life and energy shield, high life and energy shield, high life and energy shield. Maybe drop an affix for movement speed if you need. High life, crit, and resistances you might need. High life, crit, and resistances you might need. Just a standard Arn's Anguish with anything. Standard Wrath Pith with anything. I'd recommend getting 15% block though. Plus 2 life. Darks here. Throw some potions together. Skip this. Get a Wither. Despair. You really need one. Dissolution of Flesh is mandatory. Don't need Impossible Escape. Apex mode and Nadir mode, I think, for my purposes, have been mandatory. They give me 100% chance to crit. And then Watcher's Eye. But for you, if you're not using Impossible Escape and Elegant Hubris, I would probably keep it the same, and then I would work in Enduring Composure and probably either Natural Affinity, both here, or switch to Natural Affinity for the Red Nightmare, whatever you prefer. And then if you switch to this, change this pathing and path up through here, and then get Fire Tattoos. And then move all these points down into like life, and then you're good. It's pretty basic. I think I don't remember. You could do it at level 90. Just throw all the stuff on there, go stand. The build works good. The Spectres and AG are just whatever. They're there sometimes, they're dead other times. Obviously it's not going to survive all the time during difficult content. Empower 3, probably pretty cheap. How much are Empower 3s? 16 Chaos? That can't be right. But yeah. Curse Ground, Despair. I like Curse Ground because you can just put it there like that. And then when the monster spawns. But yeah, I mean, it can be finicky. Sometimes you're not getting hit, and you're running around trying to get hit, but when you do get hit, it's just like, boom, you hit 70 times, and they're critting 100%, and like everything dies instantly, and it's just like cost efficient and good. But I think that's it. I will, you can message me in game if you need help with anything. But thanks so much.